Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
Good morning, I'm Molly Hendrickson.
And I'm Nicole Brady. Here's the latest from Denver 7.
Today, the road to finding justice for Kelsey Barth begins with her accused killer getting formally charged in court. Investigators still have not found Kelsey's body. She was last seen on Thanksgiving Day. Today, her fiancé, Patrick Frazee, will be formally charged with first-degree murder. He was arrested earlier this month after an extensive search of his property. A judge is also expected to rule on a gag order which would limit media coverage of the trial. On Thursday, a judge will make a final ruling on who gets custody of Kelsey and Patrick's one-year-old daughter. Right now, she's in custody of Kelsey's parents.
Today, investigators will return to the scene of a massive apartment fire in South Denver. At least 12 families living at the Covington on Cherry Creek apartment complex are being assisted by the Red Cross, and 2 people are still unaccounted for. Denver 7's Micah Smith brings us the latest from the scene.
Firefighters were on the scene here all night long, making sure that hotspots didn't start back up, and they were really concentrating on the 3rd floor there. That's because around 8 o'clock last night when the fire started, witnesses reported seeing flames shooting from a 3rd floor balcony. For about an hour, firefighters moved in and out of the building trying to extinguish the fire. We talked to one man who was inside of his apartment when it started. He says he was watching football. When he saw the flames, he came out, started knocking on doors, trying to get his neighbors out, and he said in just those few minutes, the fire quadrupled. At last check, 2 people were unaccounted for, but we talked to Fire Chief Ira Rhodes, who says he believes those 2 people are out of town traveling for the holidays. Reporting in unincorporated Arapahoe County, Micah Smith, Denver 7.
We're keeping a close watch on developments out of Dove Valley, specifically the future of Coach Vance Joseph's job. The Broncos finished the season with yet another lackluster performance, falling 23-9 to the LA Chargers on Sunday. They finished the season 6-10, the 2nd straight losing season and the 3rd straight season missing the playoffs. Coach Joseph says he's hoping he'll be back next year.
The easy part would be to walk away and say, hey, good, right? I've coached a long time in this league. I work. But the hard part would be to come back and and try to finish this thing. So I want the hard part. I want to come back and make this thing right.
Follow Denver 7 Broncos insider Troy Rank on Twitter today for the latest developments out of Dove Valley.
A veteran is heartbroken after his puppy was stolen by criminals who tricked him into stopping to help. And now all he wants is his faithful companion back. Neil Hefty says a woman was flagging people down for help on 23rd Avenue in Greeley. He stopped and she told him her car had broken down with her baby in the back seat. When he got out to look, though, 2 men appeared out of nowhere with guns and demanded money.
I grabbed the door like this and opened it up because my pup was sitting on the passenger seat right here. I lost $120 worth of groceries and a puppy. I was pretty angry because the lady used the baby as an excuse to get somebody to pull over.
Hefty says the group left in a glossy lime-colored 4-door Honda Civic. If you have any information, contact Greeley Police.
Contact 7 is getting results for a local church after its nativity scene was destroyed last week. Someone smashed the nativity scene, including statues of Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus at St. Joseph's Polish Catholic Church in Denver. After seeing our story, one of our viewers stepped up and donated a brand new nativity scene, which the church set up on Sunday.
We're happy for that you guys is put on the news and people watch and see what's going on and how bars in. We're very blessed.
The Contact 7 team is here to help 24/7. You can always call or text the tip line. That number is right there on your screen. You can also send us an email to contact7@thedenverchannel.com.
Today, Colorado remembers a Douglas County deputy who was killed in the line of duty exactly 1 year ago. Deputy Zach Parrish was shot and killed in a New Year's Eve ambush when he and several other deputies responded to a man having a mental health episode.
A Colorado husband and father is pleading for you to be smart on the roads today. His wife was hit and killed by an alleged drunk driver last week. His 6-year-old daughter is still fighting for her life.
I'm not sitting in a position of judgment, but getting behind the wheel when intoxicated, whether it's a mile or it's 100 miles, the potential for catastrophic tragedy is imminent.
Sansi Shaw was killed in that crash. Her 6-year-old daughter Charlie is still recovering. A GoFundMe page has raised more than $90,000. And that message is especially important with today being New Year's Eve. Law enforcement around the state have increased patrols to stop drunk and impaired drivers. Law enforcement suggests you try other ways of getting around through ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft. Coors and RTD are also teaming up to offer free bus and train rides. And the Sawaya Law Firm has its free taxi program, which will give you a refund for taking a taxi.
The government shutdown is now 10 days old, and there's still no end in sight. Both the House and Senate are set to hold sessions today, but no votes are scheduled. There will likely be more action on Thursday when Democrats take over control of the House. Nancy Pelosi says the Democrats' first move will be to introduce a new government funding bill without funding for a border wall. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he won't take up any bill unless it's endorsed by the president. Of course, the government shutdown is still affecting Rocky Mountain National Park. The park says because of that, and also because of the snow expected today, some roads in the park will be closed. Parts of the park may still be accessible to hikers and cyclists, but park personnel will not be on hand and emergency services are limited.
Tomorrow, the merger of 2 Metro fire departments will be finished. The South Metro Fire District is merging with the Littleton Fire Department. Voters approved the plan to consolidate resources by ballot measure back in November. With the addition of Littleton, the new South Metro District will be the second largest in the state with more than 600 firefighters.
The battle over oil and gas regulations in Colorado will continue in 2019, and the town of Superior may be at the center of the debate. The town is discussing numerous ideas to restrict future drilling proposals. Superior has already considered a moratorium on new oil and gas applications. It may also hire a special counsel to draft new regulations and also buy up properties that could be home to new oil and gas developments and change the town's government into a home rule municipality, which would give it more leeway to make its own rules.
There are a lot of changes coming in the new year, so here's a look at some that will impact your life starting tomorrow. First up, new laws go into effect that will allow grocery stores to sell full-strength beer. Stores already have deliveries planned for tomorrow so they can hit the ground running. And also tomorrow, it will cost more to ride RTD. New fares take effect that raise the rates to $3 for local fares, $5.25 for regional fares, and $10.50 for the A-line to DIA. Fees are also going up at parks in Larimer County. Daily permits are going up by a couple of dollars to $9, and an annual permit will set you back $90.
From the First Alert Weather Center now, Lisa has a look at snow in the forecast.
And some cold. It's going to get bitter cold tonight. Timing-wise, not the best for people going out tonight for New Year's Eve. We started this morning off in the 20s, and now those numbers are going to start to go down. We're expecting teens this afternoon, and then overnight tonight, single-digit lows down to about 0 early tomorrow morning to start off the new year. We've got snow in the forecast too. It started snowing this morning and we're going to see more. So we've got a number of alerts, including winter storm warnings down in through the San Juans. We could be looking at about 1 to 2 feet of snow down across southwestern Colorado. They really need it, so it's a good scenario for them. Here at home, we're likely going to see around 1 to 3 inches closer to downtown as you get on that western and southern edge of town, right around 3 to 6 inches. So closer to Golden, Lakewood, Arvada, you're going to be on the higher end, and then same thing down along the Palmer Divide. Up into the foothills and mountains, about 4 to 8 inches by tonight into early tomorrow. We also have a wind chill advisory out across the eastern plains. Tonight into tomorrow morning, we could see single-digit temperatures and then wind chills that are likely going to be at about 15 to 30 degrees below zero. That's what it's going to feel like early Tuesday morning. Things will gradually warm up. Well, look at the rest of the week. We go from 19 on Tuesday to near 60, you guys, on Friday. A big warm up, and this is pretty typical for Colorado to be up and down throughout the week.
Well, you may be thinking about making some changes in the new year, and a word of advice from someone who achieved their 2018 resolution: give it time.
Yeah, you know, when you look at one of those before and after pictures, it can seem change can happen in a flash, but Kyle Nesbitt doesn't take any of the last 365 days for granted. Last year at 282 pounds, he says he put pen to paper and resolved to get back to the gym and lose weight.
Don't remember the last time that I stuck with a gym plan for an entire year, you know? And I think a huge piece of that for me has been being a little more realistic.
Now, Kyle has lost 50 pounds. He's still working at it. So if you have a goal you achieved in 2018, we want to hear about it. Share it with us on our Facebook page.
Great job to him. Well, this has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thanks for joining us.
You can check back here later today for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. Happy New Year. Have a safe one.